I'm David Parker of Parker's Country Corner in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Thank you for watching FLW Arkansas.
There you go, dude. That's a giant.
That's what I'm talking about. You just won some money right there. About bad. That's what I'm talking about.
The final regular season event on Lake Hamilton brought more than its share of drama and challenges. The weather provided the first glimpse that this was going to be an interesting close to the 2018 season. The 2 weeks leading up to the event were sunny and warm. And then the night before, the rains arrived, cooler temperatures did as well, and all that practice was literally washed away. The fish found new patterns, and it was up to this field of anglers to find out new ways to catch them.
It was pretty tough today. I had opportunities, just bad things happen. Sometimes it's like that.
Hopefully the conditions will be a little bit better tomorrow. I'm soaked.
It was tough out there. I put a lot of effort in this tournament for the last 3 weeks, and totally changed when the weather changed.
Totally different than it was all week and last week and the week before. It was a struggle. We got a lot of rain. Caught a lot of fish, just a lot of short fish.
That should be enough testimony that this day one was tough. But someone always figures something out, and one would figure that someone would be Cody Kemp. He took his traditional speed fishing up a notch and took a nearly 2-pound lead into the final day. And here was our leaderboard at the midway point. Teddy Bogard, Adam Wright, and Jason Matthews were all within that 2-pound margin of Cody Kemp. The top 18 anglers made the cut. You will see some of the heavy hitters in this circuit all over this leaderboard, including Matt Wood out of Jesseville, Steve Howard out of Conway, defending champion Spencer Shuffield of Hot Springs. You've also got Keith Green, Stephen Tyson Jr., Steve Bowman, Quincy Houchin, a multiple winner on the BFL, and then, of course, our reigning Angler of the Year, Fred Martin out of North Little Rock. Now, both of the top 2 contenders for Angler of the Year made the cut, which was great news for Wayne Dixon, and not so good for Fred Martin, because Fred needed to make up 22 places on Wayne to have a chance. So Wayne making the cut took out that chance. We've got North Little Rock's Fred Martin. Fred, you're a regular on this show. You're on the show almost as much as I am. And you're doing it because you're earning it. Right. I tell you what, congratulations on another good day. Another good day. Now, one of the storylines entering this day in this tournament was the Angler of the Year race. You were the only guy that really had a good shot at catching Wayne, and you gave it everything you could. Talk a little bit about that race as you entered in.
Well, I knew Wayne was going to bring some smoke, and I talked to him this morning. We wished each other good luck. And I had a game plan, but, when the rain came in, it kind of moved my fish out. And I had to come up with plan number 2. And I made a run down to the other end of the lake and caught me a small limit. And I came back to my number 1 spot. And I caught a 3-pounder and cull all the ones I had caught, but I just couldn't get no more than just 1 3-pounder. So hopefully tomorrow the big boys will bite.
Okay. So that school bus route was they changed routes on you.
Yeah, they changed routes on them. So hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna go to the new bus stop.
Okay, yeah. Find the new bus stop tomorrow. And what you're seeing behind us is these are all the people who have made the cut getting ready for the meeting for the day 2 pairings. So all kinds of fun stuff happening because this is a 2-day tournament. Look at it. Oh, come on. Here, come on in. Come on in. Just join us right here in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your...
Good about you, Dave. I told a story on you, a good story. Here when we remember first time I met you when we fished Dardanelle together.
Right.
And you was burnt real bad, and I helped you put salve on your hands
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I said, I'll never have a bad word to say about Fred Martin. I said, we made a mutual agreement forever to be friends.
Yeah. And then you helped me on Millwood.
I told him, I said, I'll give you my keys. I said, I was waiting for 2 hours. Didn't know where he was even at, but I didn't care because he would be back.
He did that. Yeah.
Well, Wayne has a lot of respect for you. He has so much respect for you that he is willing to take that Angler of the Year burden off of you
Yeah.
because today he clinched Angler of the Year 2018.
Thank you, Fred.
All right.
Enjoyed it. Had
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time following the both of you guys out there today, and it's really neat to see the mutual respect that you guys have for each other, and really it speaks for a lot of this group. It's a camaraderie out here in the BFL.
We're all just a bunch of brothers out here having fun and fishing and competing against each other. The money's great, but the competition is where it's all at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I've lost 12 hours of sleep in the last 2 days over worrying about you. I fished against Fred last weekend at Greer's Ferry. He and I fished a tournament in there. And I seen him this morning, and I said, you on him? He said, yeah, I had a good practice. And I said, well, here we go.
Because entering in, and we've known about this for 3 months, that the Angler of the Year race was going to come down to this event. And so you guys had to stew over this for 3 months after we left Dardanelle. In fact, I think we were interviewing you, and Wayne came by just to say, all right, we know it's on. And you got a lot of time to think about it. What kind of talking did you guys have in between then and now?
We seen each other last week on Greer's, and we both fished down there, and I told him, I said, hey, next week you got to go down. He said, yeah, I'll be ready.
That's right.
I'd come up the Friday before we fished Saturday. I came up here Friday in practice.
Right.
And had a decent practice. I haven't had a good practice. This was about the max I thought I could catch was today.
Okay.
Yeah. Catch that tomorrow and be just tickled to death, though.
Yeah. There we go. Second day of a cold front's going to be tough on both you guys, you think?
It's going to be tough on the lake. It's not going to be just on us. It's going to be on the lake. I seen the bite go down and dwindle this afternoon pretty bad. I actually caught my biggest fish about 45 minutes to go in a tournament. It was just one of those deals. I just throwed in the right place. I know there's been 25 boats throwed there today, but I just throwed the right place.
Good deal. Well, best of luck to both of you guys. Congratulations, 2017 Angler of the Year, 2018 Angler of the Year, 2018 runner-up. We got a couple of good anglers right here, and we're grateful you spent some time with us today. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you very much.
Here's a mowing tip. Mow your lawn in different directions with each mowing, especially those lawns with shorter grass types. Alternating the directions will ensure a more even cut and a healthier lawn.
Try to never mow your yard while your grass is wet. Mowing your yard while your grass is wet can lead to an uneven cut.
When mowing, try not to scalp your yard. By scalping, that means the blades coming in contact with the dirt. It leaves an exposed area, kills the grass, and promotes weed infestation.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Costa Sunglasses. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hearty, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
What does it mean to mow with an attitude? It means 0 turns and full throttle. It's the power of 38 horses in a town of 10,000 people. It's like American Muscle got a PhD in rocket science. It's backing up your bark with serious bite. It's blood, sweat, and blades. What does it mean to mow with an attitude? Take a seat and find out for yourself.
Bad Boy. Mow with an attitude.
I'm Scott with Cox Implement of Northeast Arkansas. Thank you for watching FLW Arkansas.
We thank our good friends at Bad Boy Mowers. They help our lawns look good and they make it fun. They also support our love for the outdoors. When you're out buying your next mower, support them too. Here's a feature that we'll start doing with our future FLW Arkansas programs, the children of our fishing family. Enjoy the smiles and the future of fishing. We've got our tournament director, Mark McWall, with us. And, Mark, this is our super tournament, end of the year. A lot of fun things happening. Not only are guys having one more chance to win a tournament, but guys are trying to win Angler of the Year, both on the boater and the non-boater side. And we've got guys that are trying to qualify for the regionals as well. Top 45 get into the regionals. This is a lot of fun at this point in the season.
Sure is, Carlton. Like you said, it's a two-day super tournament. You know, they're fishing for 375 points instead of the normal 250 for our one-day tournament. And Angler of the Year, we got some tight races right there. New this year, our Angler of the Year on the boater side is going to earn $3,000, and on the co-angler side, $1,500. We're doing second and third place as well on those. We've never done that before, so that's pretty exciting for this year. So we got that going on. These guys are trying to squeak into that top 45. We've got a no entry fee regional championship coming up at Lake of the Ozarks in late October, and I was there last weekend doing a super tournament just like this. They're really biting up there, so these guys have got a lot to look forward to coming in the next coming up weeks.
Well, that's good. And then, of course, the top 18 will qualify to fish day 2 of this event as well. So it's a 2-day tournament. Lots of action here on Lake Hamilton and some pretty ornery weather.
Yeah, it's you know, unfortunately, these Clearwater lakes around here, that seems like a lot of times the nastier the weather, the better the fish bite. You know, so the guys, nobody was upset with the rain and stuff this morning because they knew what was going to be happening out there. We've got some pretty good reports already out on the water. I think we're going to see some good fish today. But yeah, like you said, top 18 advanced to day 2. Everybody tomorrow gets a paycheck, so tomorrow's going to be a fun day. We don't talk a whole lot today during the weigh-in about how they caught them, where they caught them. We'll save all that for tomorrow because they're going to lie to us anyway on a multi-day event. So yeah, tomorrow will be a fun weigh-in for sure.
Well, it's a good tournament, and as you mentioned, we've got there's better payouts for Angler of the Year. The sport is growing well. That's all good, and I think, Mark, you've probably done too good of a job because this is your last tournament with us. This is the last time for Mark McWall, the tournament director for the BFLs. He's moving up to the Costa Series. Congratulations, but we're pretty bummed.
Well, we appreciate it. Doing too good of a job, I don't know, but maybe just the last man standing, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we got a job offer back in June. We're going to be leaving the BFL, going to the FLW Costa Series, be traveling nationwide next year, not just our 4-state region like I've been doing here the last couple of years. But pretty exciting. It's a big move for me. Looking forward to the challenge. Looking forward to it.
Well, we're excited to hopefully get the Costas back into Arkansas as well. And this Costa Series, for those of you that don't know, is moving up in the mind. It's like going from AA to AAA. So one step behind the tour. It's a nice move up, and I can't think of anybody who deserves it more. You've done a fabulous job here with the BFLs, and as an Arkansas native, we're thrilled to have you representing us on the national stage as well. When we come back, we talk about timing, opportunism, and a co-angler winner. We will close out this segment with some more of the future of fishing.
Regular scheduled service on your mower, such as changing engine oil and filter, hydraulic filters, and fluid, and air filter, will cut down on expensive repairs and leave more money for fishing tackle.
One of the great things about the Bad Boy mower is the easy access to the belts. As you can tell, it has the belt routing system in there in case you were to sling a belt off. Easy to repair.
Hey guys and gals, do y'all want more time to fish out there on that lake? You ought to check out these Bad Boys. They will cut your mowing time down in half. You'll have a lot more time to go out there and wet that hook.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Costa Sunglasses. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hearty, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
What does it mean to mow with an attitude? It means 0 turns and full throttle. It's the power of 38 horses in a town of 10,000 people. It's like American Muscle got a PhD in rocket science. It's backing up your bark with serious bite. It's blood, sweat, and blades. What does it mean to mow with an attitude? Take a seat and find out for yourself.
Bad Boy. Mow with an attitude.
Hi, I'm Dwight Payne with Alma Tractor and Equipment, Alma, Arkansas. Thanks for watching FLW Arkansas.
We thank Bad Boy Mowers. This program is here because they love the outdoors like we do. And they take what can be a tedious task and turn it into a thrilling experience, mowing with an attitude. This is Trevor Delaney of Glen Rose. He is the defending champion on Lake Hamilton and almost didn't fish this event. Now, you found out you were fishing this event rather late.
Yeah, it was last night at about 9:30.
Wow.
Mark had given me a call. I wasn't signed up, wasn't nothing, and it's one of those things that I told him at the meeting. I said, you know, if you need somebody, then you got my number. And he called me about 9:30 last night, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll fish. So pretty happy I made that decision. I knew I was going to regret it if I didn't.
Yeah,
so.
that was definitely a good call. A good decision indeed. He caught 11 pounds 1 ounce on day 1. It was the second best from the co-angler side and earned a trip to day 2 in the second position. And when day 2 rolled around, Dusty Rhodes was holding the top position when Trevor came up to weigh in. Here's what happened.
He's got a big one in there, man. Did you see that? Hey, but look, he's only got 3. Man, this is going to be tight. 11-1 for Trevor Delaney on day 1. Dusty Rhodes is back. I can hear his heartbeat. It's fun times. You ready? Let me push the button. You don't care? You'd rather me not. No, don't push it. 3 bass in the bag today. You need 6, 7. Let's see that big one. Let's pull it out. Let's see it. Now let's look at it. Let's show it to Dusty over here. Let's show him what's in there.
There you go, Mark.
Go wipe it on him. Look at that. Go wipe it on him. I dare you. No, don't do that. Not between you guys. All right. That's one of them. How much did it weigh, Adam? A 314? Man. All right, I'm going to take my hand off. You ready? You ready? All right, let's see. Looking for 6, 7. New leader on the co-angler side with 3 bass. That weighs 7 pounds, 11 ounces, 18-12. Your 2-day total. Take over the hot seat for a minute. I think we're to boat number 1.
And that lead held. Trevor won the event and first place prize money of $2,694. Dusty Rhodes of Gravely took second. You'll notice 7th place finisher Jody Jones of Harvey. This is significant because he won Co-Angler of the Year with this strong showing, jumping from 3rd to 1st in the season standings. Finishing just behind Jones is John McCullough, who didn't win Angler of the Year, but at the family dinner table he won something pretty valuable. We will call it the McCullough Cup. John beat his brother Tommy by 1 pound 11 ounces. But Tommy is holding the Big Bass Trophy. He got some bragging rights as well, and though he didn't finish as high as John, 8th place to 12th place, he picked up a larger paycheck, earning a little extra ka-ching with that Big Bass award. Either way, the McCullough family Thanksgiving table should be a lot of fun this year. Last year's Angler of the Year, Brian Choate from Conway, also finished in the top 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our back-to-back champion. That's tough to do in fishing. Back-to-back championships at Lake Hamilton. We might just ought to rename the lake after Trevor Delaney. How about that?
I don't know if we need to go that far, but yeah, it is hard to do back-to-back.
It is, and it was a great tournament for you. A strong sack of fish on day 1. Another one. What was your key on day 2?
Man, day 2, let me tell you something. Teddy Bogart was my boater today, and that dude is hard to fish behind anywhere. Yeah. And put it on a tough lake on top of that, it is really a blessing that I was able to catch a fish that I did, because it was tough. It was tough fishing behind him. He's a great fisherman.
It's tough on these co-anglers a lot, Mark, because they've got to adjust not only to the patterns, but they've got to adjust to their pro, and from one day to the next, it can be a very different pattern.
Yeah, that's right. I mentioned a couple of them today as they weighed in. There's a shallow bite going on here, and there's a deeper bite too. And talked to a couple of them, and making the adjustment. Get a deep water guy on day 1. You got to make adjustments to do what you got to do with him, and then get with a shallow water guy for day 2. You got to make those adjustments. So coming from out of town, you got to bring the whole house or go in here to Geared and buy them out of stuff. If you forget to bring something. But yeah, these guys are super out of the back of the boat.
If you want to be a good fisherman, come on out to the FLW system. Start off as a co-angler, and you really get to learn some versatility, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the absolute best training ground for anybody who wants to learn a lot about it.
And if you want to have a study in fate and what's a good thing that can happen, just kind of hang around and wait for a phone call at 9:30 the night before the tournament and say, hey, why don't you come in and enter this thing, and looky here, you're walking away as a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't co-angled anything this year. I boated the first 3, missed the 4th one, so I had boat issues. I knew I wasn't going to make the regionals, so I said I wasn't going to go to Hamilton. I showed up to the meeting just to sell some baits because, I mean, Motivated Bait Company, that's my company, and I showed up to give Cody some stuff, drop some stuff off that they were out of, and I told Mark, I said, hey, if you happen to need somebody, you know, I'll fish. And it kind of was even there for a second, and then I don't know. I mean, grace of God, man. He called me at 9:30 at night. I was headed home, ready to go to sleep, and he's like, you want to fish? I'm like, well, let me check with my wife and pray about it for like 30 seconds, and then I'll get back with you. But I knew if I said no, then I was going to regret it. I just knew it. I just had that feeling, so I said, you know, I might zero tomorrow, but we're going to at least try.
Don't cut your grass too short, especially during the cool grass seasons. A taller grass provides a more deeper root system. It looks better and is less likely to have weeds invade it. Try not to remove any more than the top 1/3 of the grass in one cut for a more healthy and lush-looking lawn.
Remove dirt, grass, and debris from the top and underneath your deck. This will keep your pulleys and belts moving freely and keep them from overheating. When you're done, you can hose off the deck and then simply turn on the deck, allow the bearings to heat up, and get rid of any excess moisture.
Protect your investment. Build a relationship with your servicing bad boy dealer.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Costa Sunglasses. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hardy, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
There are easier ways to become a better angler. Join FLW today and take your fishing to the next level. Get the magazine, get on the water. Visit flwfishing.com/membership to find out more.
What does it mean to mow with an attitude? It means 0 turns and full throttle. It's the power of 38 horses in a town of 10,000 people. It's like American Muscle got a PhD in rocket science. It's backing up your bark with serious bite. It's blood, sweat, and blades. What does it mean to mow with an attitude? Take a seat and find out for yourself.
Bad boy. Mow with an attitude.
Hi, I'm Philip, Phil's Auto and Transmission in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Thanks for watching FLW Arkansas.
We've covered the co-anglers and the Angler of the Year races. What's left is the actual tournament taking place on Lake Hamilton. We have a first place prize to award for winning. Now, early odds were on Cody Kemp, whose weight of nearly 16.5 pounds was 2 pounds better than second place. But day 2 was the second day of a cold front, which sometimes can reset patterns. On day 2, Adam Wright adjusted to the new patterns with a tournament best 17 pounds 3 ounces taking a lead that even Kemp couldn't overcome. We've got our tournament winner, Adam Wright, who shattered the myth of a second day of a cold front being tougher because you increased your weight and won this tournament. Wow. That's always a wow. How did it happen?
Just caught bigger fish today than yesterday, but realistically, I just targeted the same stretches of bank, maybe changed it up a little bit. The fish seemed to pull out from where they were yesterday, shallower. They might have been more like 4-foot range versus where yesterday they were about a foot deep.
Mark, were you a little surprised by this?
I was. You know, we do these every weekend in September. Been doing it for years and years. And typically, you know, regardless of the weather, day two, typically the weights fall off. But, you know, it was still kind of the case today for the majority. But Adam came out today, caught the biggest bag of the tournament on day two. So not a better day to do it than on Championship Sunday. So a good weekend for Adam for sure.
That's how you win a championship right there. Well, how soon into the day did you know you had the pattern that could possibly win this?
Probably when I had 4 keepers and I caught that 5-pounder or 414, and I thought, you know, I got a real good chance. I still had one little small 13-inch Kentucky bass, and I knew I had around 14 pounds. I thought if I could change that up and get one more largemouth, and I knew a couple places that I was catching them last year, so I ran in there in the first pocket. I caught that 2.5-pounder that culled that one. So obviously I had more than I thought, but I was trying to be conservative in my mind to not get in a hurry.
What was the key lure for you?
The key lure today was a Stanley Ribbit. It's a topwater type swimming frog, and you know, a double fluke, white. Just happened to get that big one, so it was a really good bait.
Sets everything up nicely for the regionals, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does. We're headed, these guys, top 45 boaters and co-anglers are headed for the no entry fee regional championship up at Lake of the Ozarks in late October. We got a coastal event early in the month, and then the regional late part of the month. But be pulling for these Arky guys up there. These guys usually fare pretty well up there. You know, it's clear water, docks, so these guys, they know how to catch them in those kind of conditions. So looking for these guys to do fairly well up there.
One of the great ambassadors for Arkansas fishing is our tournament director, Mark McWaugh, who is leaving the BFLs. He has been promoted up to the big leagues. He's going up to the Costa Series next year. We're very proud for you. We're sad for us because we love you where you are down here. But we wish you the best of luck. You're moving on up and representing Arkansas quite well as well.
Well, we appreciate it. We're excited about the challenge. We talked a little bit yesterday about it. I've been in the BFL part-time, started in 2004, full-time started in 2006, so been at it a long time, and opportunity came about. We accepted the challenge, and looking forward to getting after it. And we're going to leave here like New Year's Day, headed to Lake Amistad down in Texas. So not much of a break, but we'll be right back on the road coming up in January for the Coastal Series. So looking forward to it.
All right. Well, we appreciate working with you, Mark. Everything you've done. Congratulations, Adam. This is how you finish off a season very nicely.
Thank you, sir. You're right.
So we say goodbye to Mark and look forward to a brand new season in 2019. We thank our sponsors, Superior Auto Group in Conway and Bad Boy Mowers, for once again making this series happen. 3 years now, and we hope to continue bringing you the best in Arkansas fishing for many years to come. Help us support the sponsors who make this happen. Most of all, we thank you, the viewers. We enjoy putting this show together and sincerely appreciate you spending some time with us each week on FLW Arkansas. We leave you once again with a view of the future of fishing. We'll see you next time on FLW Arkansas.